Aquarius, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you, no particular subject. We're going to take an issue, something we know, something we don't know, recent past advice and potential outcome. At the end, there'll be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node, Vertex, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 11th house. This could be for you. Thank you, however you support the channel, very much appreciated. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box. Just hit the more button below. Okay. Aquarius. I'm a bit... I don't know which direction this is going to go, because it kind of feels like, and I don't think this is you. If it's you, then obviously, do reach out to somebody or seek a conversation possibly. But I almost feel like you might be at the receiving end of it, to be the listener in some aspect. The pre-shuffle song, and somebody else had this a few weeks ago, but it was, I forgot who. It was Born Slippy, Underworld. Now, that was written, obviously for the film Trainspotting, but the person that wrote it, it was a cry for help, dealing with alcohol, drugs, those type of things. So you could be dealing with somebody that's going through a little bit of a cry for help. It doesn't have to be as dramatic as something like, substance abuse in any way, because I was also shown in the pre-shuffle the scene from the movie Clueless, where she's pacing up and down, is the character Cher, outside her dad's office, basically trying to get his attention. It's like, Cher, get in here. So there's something, it's like, someone trying to get your attention of something. So maybe like moping around. That's on the funny side of things. However, we can't ignore the fact that the song is about substance abuse. So there could be a cry for help somewhere. Like I say, if it's you, then, seek the necessary avenues. So yeah, the energy feels misleading in a way, which is quite strange. One more. Aquarius, what's going on? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, the Sun in Virgo. Right. So Virgo for you guys rules your 8th house: death, sex, taxes, inheritances, debt, the occult, intimacy, vulnerability. This could be somebody that's going through a vulnerable stage at the moment. Secrets, possibly. What do we know? What don't we know? Yeah, I'm going to say this is more... I don't think this is you going through it, but it's certainly something that's happening in your environment. Because what we're not aware of, I'm jumping ahead, is strength. Strength is Leo energy. It's your opposite sign. It rules your 7th house of relationships, one-on-ones of all kinds. Recent past. Okay, there's a very fixed energy around this. Advice. Okay. And potential outcome. Nice. Okay. Interesting. We have the King of Cups. It's pouring out the Ace of Cups here, and your outcome is the Ace of Cups. So the King of Cups is 2 parts Scorpio, 1 part Shadow Libra. Shadow Libra can be that of inauthenticity. Okay, I'm seeing something clearly now. So this is like, not everything is as it seems in some aspect. You got 3 8s here. You might be seeing a lot of 8s, 8, 8, 8. But there was this thing that came. Now, bearing in mind, I've never come across these people ever in my life. It doesn't mean to say that they haven't served a purpose, but they're content creators, spiritual healers, teachers, you name it. Like I say, if I've not heard of them, it doesn't mean anything. They've not heard of me, probably. So there's nothing in that sense about it. But it just dawned on me. So yesterday, like I say, bearing in mind, I've never come across these people, but I've come across about 5 or 6 different content creators all saying, you know, doing this spread about them and their partner, we've made this decision to split up, as you may already know. And then this big whole spiel about how love, you know, brought them together, all this energy. I saw it 6 times at least from different people, all on the same day. It might as well have been copy and paste. And it just doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel like it's real. It's like when COVID hit and every single news report were just reading the same lines. It was something that just didn't feel right. And I almost feel like there's a distraction at play here. It's like, you know, say for example you have a strong connection and then people are telling you, oh, it's karmic, it needs to end and whatever, and then you're just kind of stuck, like listening to stuff that you really shouldn't be. Or like I say, somebody's going through that might be coming to you for advice. It's a weird thing that's going on in this spread, and I can't put my finger on it. But whatever it is requiring you to have your discernment. Like for me, the fact that it was like copy and paste, they might as well have just all read from the same script, says to me that's a lot of shite. Pardon my French. So there's something, you know, call it, what do they say, planted opposition, controlled opposition, those type of things. Something to derail you from your path. This doesn't have to be anything to do with relationships. This could be something to derail you from your path. You know, someone coming along and say, oh, you know what, nah, I don't think that's for you. Like, why don't you just do this because that's what you know? And it's like, no, this feels right. This feels what's for me. So yeah, you might be in a situation here where somebody's trying to distract you and something doesn't feel quite legitimate. That's all I'll say. So I've got the 8 of Pentacles. What we're aware of is the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is the Chiron card. For me personally anyway, it's Moon in Sagittarius. It's the High Priestess meets Temperance. It is perseverance and it's strength. What we're not aware of, strength, perseverance. In a different deck, it's called Perseverance. So there's something here that's requiring you not to give up, yet the energy around us is suggesting that you need to, in a sense. I don't know what this is, but like I say, this is making your own decision here. Recent past is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus. Taurus rules your 4th house. So we've got you guys, fixed. Taurus, fixed. Leo, fixed. The only fixed sign that's not here is Scorpio. And Scorpio rules your 10th house of career. And where are we now? We're in Scorpio season. We've got Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. They conjunct today. Venus has moved in. Has Venus moved in? No, Venus hasn't moved in. That's not until a couple of weeks. But yeah, all that, you know, Lilith is in Scorpio. There's a hell of a lot of energy in that final fixed element. And it's like you need to see something clearly in that so that you can come full circle. You know, if we look at the fixed elements in the tarot, in regards to the major arcana, is the Wheel of Fortune, because you got the 4 fixed elements, and the World. So we need to spin on complete something, and it's like you're stuck on the Scorpion aspect. Now the Scorpion aspect of those is the eagle. The eagle sees from a higher position. It sees with discernment. It's a very odd reading. Your advice is the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is just moved back into Pisces relatively recently, last month, which is in your 12th house. 12th house, your 2nd house. So this is how you value yourself. This is, you know, people saying, oh, you're only worth this amount, you're not worth that amount, and you listening to this, or you have done for the past few years, and now you're recognizing, no, I've learned my lessons of self-undoing, or having somebody dictate to me, or, you know, being forced by some sort of patriarchy, government type of energy, you know, something that's systems, we'll call it. I've had enough of that. You know, I'm Aquarius. We're the rebels. Your outcome is the Ace of Cups. Now this is you going in search of what's not working for you and finding it yourself. So very interesting to pay attention to any sort of dynamic at the moment where it's like a distraction stopping you on your path. Very interesting. It's something to do with the Two of Cups. So I'm going to look at these Two of Cups that are on the ground and see what we get here. And I definitely want to check out the Death card for Scorpio. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Sun is with the Sun is with Death and the Ten of Swords. So something has to come to an end here. The Sun in Scorpio brings an ending, finalising of something. Sun in Gemini, so it's something to do with the Lovers, maybe a decision. Lovers is with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. How fascinating. Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune is the Eight of Swords. Jupiter in Gemini. And it's with the Two of Cups. Of course it is. And the Hangman and the World. There's your fixed elements again. Okay. Something is requiring you to discern truth. What is worth sacrificing? What is worth surrendering to? What is not worth surrendering to? Again, this doesn't have to be about relationships, but this feels like energies that try and stop you from becoming your higher self in some format. Energies that stop you from being completely authentic. You know, the eagle doesn't fight. The eagle, crows can peck at the eagle just flies higher so the crows can't breathe, and then they fall away. But you're being asked to rise to some sort of level here, to dismantle something. This could be giving power away in an environment, maybe, because I'm looking at the Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, so 588. Well, 588 is a reverse of 885. Now, 885 in gematria is Jürgen Sacher, which is poison. Watch your back. But with it being reversed here, I just want to see what the reversed aspects are. Crisis, destruction, black magic, bad intentions, sorcery, poison, being made humble. Mars and Pluto. So there you go. Mars is in Scorpio as we speak. Okay. Watch your back. Jürgen Sacher represents radical change and breakdown. This card can mean that someone or something is harming your energy. If this applies to you, remember that the darkest of energies that bring crisis or unforeseen changes can be transmuted into benevolence. Even the strongest of poisons can be medicine. The first step is neutralizing is recognition. The second step is removing fear and insecurity, and the third step is reconstruction of the self. Examine your life from a third-person perspective. Draw upon universal forces to transmute the environment, people, or situations that are depleting your life force. I think that's what's going on here. I think there's and even if this, this doesn't mean to say that people around you are like, oh, I'm evil, I'm going to stop Aquarius. It's energy. When people are that blind to anything other than what they see in the five senses, they can ridicule what you see or do, and if that has an effect to stop you being your authentic self or your most powerful self, then they're winning. Like I say, this isn't a case of it doesn't have to be, and then they could be, but it doesn't have to be someone that's out there to get you. But energetically, if they're dismissing you, if they're saying your gifts aren't real or anything like that, then it's a real issue. It's a real issue here. Okay, discernment is key, and discernment is always the Ace of Swords. Clarity. Where are you? And you guys are the key to discernment, because your card is the King of Swords. 2 parts you guys, 1 part Shadow Capricorn. Can't make it up. The Ace of Swords is with the King of Swords and the 7 of Swords, which is you guys. It's the High Priestess meets the Star card with the Moon in Aquarius. This is something here. Again, it's like somebody's trying to hook you with distraction. Something pulls you back. The 5 of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. So the Empress meets the Star card. So whatever it is, there's a distraction in the background that's trying to stop you from marching forward. And it's requiring discernment in life. Again, this doesn't have to be people, it can be habits, it can be anything, but it's trying to stop you from reaching your highest self. Where's the Two of Swords? Your final card's the Ten of Pentacles, by the way, so I'm very happy about that for you guys. But to get there, we need to navigate. And the Two of Swords is with the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Tower is Jürgen Sacher. Okay? Pay attention. What's trying to distract you? What doesn't... what's the word? Pay attention to friends that are always there for you when life is tough, but never were there for you when things are going well. It's usually a giveaway. It doesn't have to be about friendships though, but there's something here is requiring pinpoint discernment and to recognize when to move your energy away. Saturn in Pisces of the Eight of Cups is exactly telling you that. Anything that doesn't value you, like I say, second house, how you value yourself, how you treat yourself. It's ruled by Taurus, especially with the Hierophant in the recent past here. Taurus rules your, in general, the second house rules food, luxury, worth, in a sense, sensitivity to yourself. So these are all issues at play here. Okay, who doesn't value you the same way that you want to be valued, or who doesn't value you the same way that you value others? Okay, fascinating. In your extended, let's clarify these. Let's see what we can get. If you can join me, fantastic. If not, let me know if it resonates. We have Sun in Virgo, we have Leo, we have Taurus, we have Moon in Sagittarius, Saturn in Pisces, we have Venus in Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Sun in Gemini, Mercury in Taurus, Mercury in Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Mars in Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, Moon in Libra. We have Pentacles, we have Cups, Wands, Swords eventually. Interesting with the Two of Swords as well being the Moon in Libra, which happens in like 2 days' time. And Libra rules your ninth house of spirituality, the guru, the teachers. Again, this could be something to do with that. Like I say, those that are all doing copy paste, I find it baffling to see that many in one day. I was like, nah, not having any of that. Okay, guys, look after yourselves. Let me know. Take care. See you soon. Bye.